Hi, welcome back to my channel, Growing with Grace Homestead, from the garden to the jars, and yes, I'm Grace. Previous videos we talked about us butchering some hogs. Well, the day had come, so we had our Amish neighbor raise the hogs for us, and we did some bartering a little bit with it. And anyways, I want to show you now what all we got out of 2 hogs, and then I want to break it down in price also, and how many pounds we got. So right now I'm gonna show you our bacon and how we're curing it. It'll be like 10 to 12 days of the process that I'm going through before we actually take it and have it sliced into bacon. Now here's how our Amish neighbor does it. So this is the first time I've actually did this with bacon. So I watched them do it, and so here I am going to do this myself. This 2 slabs is 1 pork. So we had 2 hogs, and so now we have, what, 4 sides of bacon. What we have to do is, it's a mixture of salt, Himalayan salt, pepper, mustard, dried mustard, and it's like we just made a rub, and we sprinkled it all on it, rubbed it in, flipped it over. The back of it has more fat to it. That's the fat you see when they slice, you get on the ends of your bacon. And then we season the back of it. Now we'll leave this here for about 7 to 10 days, and after that then we will take it and have it sliced. I forgot that after we cure it for the 7-10 days, and then we have it smoked. It is really neat how they make their own smokers, the Amish. So I believe he's putting maple wood in the smoker, and they'll smoke it for about 1.5 to 2 hours at very low heat. So if you notice, I set up my own boards here. I took some sawhorses to make me a table and put some wood, and then this is freezer wrap paper, and then I poked holes in between it so that way the juices from it has a way to drip. And I think our timing was pretty good here, because the weather is staying just, what, 34 degrees, I think, something like that, above freezing. And I don't think it's supposed to go any higher than 45, so we're able to keep it out here in this shed to cure without it freezing or, spoiling. All right, well, let me show you the rest of our meat. After I put the ribs in here, because the ribs still have, we don't make spare ribs. I know a lot of people are probably like, what? But I take the ribs and I put it down in here, and I cook it for 20 hours. And then I bring it out here in the garage and let it cool down. And then all the fat would rise to the top. At one point, I'll take the ribs out of the, out of here when it cools down a little more. And then the fat will rise to the top, and then I'll skim the fat off the top. And then I will strain it, and then I will can it for broth. And then here's another pan here, and I will probably dilute it 50%, so I should have about 30 quarts. Here we got hot links, and then regular links, and they're seasoned. They season them with we season them with salt, pepper, and dry mustard. All right, and then here, this whole shelf here, down here, now this is about half of it because my kids took theirs home already. And these are 1 pound of sausage. And again, down here, I have, this is just for me and my husband to eat. So down here is all the pork chops. My kids got their pork chops. We have 3 in a pack, or 2 in a package. Then over here, some more of the links. I'm running out of room. And then you get to 2 tenderloins, per hog. So we have one that we have to give. Yeah, I still got to give one to my my son, so that leaves us with, would be 2. All right, here is, now we had those freezer wrapped, and here we vacuum seal these. So half of them we freezer wrap, the other we vacuum seal, because we found out that in the vacuum seal that they'll last for almost 2 years. So I have all of this as pork, and I know it's going to be hard to see probably, but underneath this here is all sausage, and so I got some more down here. Alright, throughout the video I had broken down how much each of these, like the pork chops cost us, the bacon cost us. Now when we did the breakdown, we didn't take the cheapest, the lowest cost grade of meat, and we didn't take the top quality top of meat. So we kind of give everybody kind of a medium, you know, per pound, try to average it with everybody. So as you've seen on the sides, I told you how much each one has broken down into. So we have had a total of 260 pounds of meat. Now this does not include the ribs, but 260 pounds of meat. After we tallied up of what it cost us, if we would have bought it in a store, it was going to cost $1,872. I only had to pay $900 for this hog. Now, if we would have set it off to have it packaged, this would have cost a whole lot more money. But because we do this ourselves, well, what the Amish do, the man, his name's Isaac, or Isaiah?
Isaac.
Isaac, okay. His name's Isaac, and I feel bad calling him the Amish man. So, and he knows how to get the pork chops out, he knows how to get the sirloin out. So he knows, we tell him what kind of cuts, and he cuts it all up, and he grinds all the meat up for us too. So that way it comes in 5-gallon barrels and our buckets, 5-gallon buckets, and then we bring it here and we weigh it all out and we package everything up ourselves. So like I said, it cost us $600 to do that. Now the packaging for the vacuum seals and the wrap, that only cost us about $32. You can't beat that in price. Now with the ribs, he doesn't charge us for the ribs because they don't eat ribs, do they? In fact, they kind of cut the meat off the ribs and use it for, get the fat stuff and use it for soap. So he cut the ribs up for me, and then as you've seen, I put the ribs in the roasters. And then I make ham broth out of it. Now, that ham broth does not include the price of, you know, what you would have to buy. So I'll probably get about 30 quarts of ham broth. If I can encourage you, and I know not everybody can do this, but in our area here, living out in the country, it's easier to come across to find a farmer who can raise you a cow or a hog. It is so rewarding, the difference in the meat taste, and you know what's in it. Like our cows and stuff, you know, we ask for it all grass fed. And now the pork, that's a little bit harder to do, but I know our animals that were raised for that we eat have been treated very nicely. Now we do raise our own chickens. We raise 40 broilers twice a year. But if I can encourage you guys, you know, even just taking one thing, doing one thing, and try to be self-sufficient. It is so rewarding. All right, take care, and thank you for joining me here on Growing with Grace Homestead, from the garden to the jars. And please hit that subscribe button and like, and we shall see you.